Hey, this Omar just on here. Wanting to talk about Super Bowl matchup coming up this week. One of the stories, and it's you know depending on the outlet, you know what I'm saying. Some people making a big deal about it. Some people might not be, but we got the Kansas City Chiefs facing the Eagles. In the Super Bowl matchup, and it's just it's just a moment where you sitting back and like you kind of in awe if you somebody that kind of been watching football and just all the stuff that the black quarterback has been through. How many people didn't even see the light of day, and it wasn't until um the success of Doug Williams that led to a Warren Moon, that led to a Randall Cunningham, you know what I'm saying? And those guys were like, I'm sorry if the people that before them I didn't mention, but I'm just naming them, mainly because they got the most that like the airtime, you saw them the most, right? And so which, you know, you're seeing two guys, right? And they could be, polar opposites, you know what I'm saying? You got the precision passing the, Patrick Mahomes versus the and he's athletic as well as just, pure athletic grit of Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? They both got a lot of character and they got a lot that's the stuff, the intangibles that everybody always talk about that you see on display, you feel me? And you see people that like Cordell Stewart who could have been, if he was in, given a better opportunity, or if he just came along in this era where they would have allowed him to pass the ball more, you know what I'm saying? And then, he paved the way for people like what I'm saying, Steve McNair, and then, Mike Vick. Then Mike Vick introduced, the next era or wave of mobile quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? And then what I'm saying? We got to see, a Dante Culpepper. And then after Dante Culpepper, we got a Russell Wilson, RG3. And then that, what I'm saying, that birthed people like Lamar Jackson and, people like Teddy Bridgewater, before he got hurt. And then, today we got, Deshaun Watson, what I'm saying, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, you know what I'm saying? And then we got uh Lamar Jackson. We got these two on the screen. And so the whole point of me just going into, this spiel is just like it's gonna be so historic, because a lot of times when black quarterbacks came to the league, they would, like Lamar Jackson, for instance, they wanted to try to force him to be a wide receiver and stuff like that. Antoine Randall L, he was a solid quarterback in college, you know what I'm saying? But they said for him to make it in the league, they converted him to a wide receiver. Logan Thomas for the Commanders. If I ain't mistaken, I think he was a quarterback for Virginia Tech. I might be wrong, but I thought he was. But then, it's like they want to convert you to a position that you didn't even come up the ranks. You didn't come up junior high, high school, college doing that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, kudos to them for attempting to do that, but their true talent and skill set was a quarterback or whatnot. So Jalen Hurts is a prime example. You know what I'm saying? He's not the most accurate, but he has a skill set that if it's in the right system, he's a winner. He been a winner, what I'm saying, most of his athletic career, you know what I'm saying? So when he came up, it was like a lot of people dogging him because he don't have the greatest accuracy or whatever. It doesn't seem like they, you know, ask him to throw the ball 300 times, but that's cool. Cause then if you got the right type of coach, you can say, all right, my dude don't have to do that because we can excel in other areas, which led them to be, one of the, the rushing attack. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what Baltimore's always tried to do with Lamar, but it's like Philly was able to actually close the deal as far as getting all the way to the Super Bowl with that sort of style, you know. And so with whatever limitations he got, he's able to offset it because of his heart. You know what I'm saying? And it's so good to see that type of quarterback going to be on display at the Super Bowl, because then that myth of, well, we can only have this prototypical type that gotta be a Peyton Manning type, type, or a Joe Burrow type, or a Tom Brady type. Like, the game has evolved throughout the years, right? So it should also, now we can also say there's gonna be kids coming up the ranks and they're gonna tailor their game after Patrick Mahomes. There's gonna be other, well, they always had, folks coming up the ranks that tailored their game like Jalen Hurts, but they can believe that, yeah, if I stay at it, you know what I'm saying? And given, if I get into the right situation and I work on my craft, I can actually, make it to the Super Bowl and stuff. So it's just phenomenal to see that. And it's like, they both, a real, what I'm saying, like real dudes, they both were number one overall picks, you know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Hurts, he was at the top of the world in college. Then he got, he got sent, had to sit behind Tua. Then he left left Alabama rather, and then he went over to Oklahoma or whatever, and had to shine in Lincoln Riley's system. So he showed he's a dude that's able to adapt. You feel me? Like, he got drafted to a team where it was already a starter there. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't know whether he was gonna be a guy that they was gonna make a backup. You know what I'm saying? But he just prepared himself and believed in himself, and you see his growth. Every year he's been on the field, you seen, okay, yeah, he didn't used to make that pass, now he can make this. He trusts himself like that. And then whatever he don't see, he trusts his legs. You know what I'm saying? And he damn good at running. So it's gonna be a historic moment in NFL history, and it's something that shouldn't be really minimized, and it should be something that hopefully people tune in. Even if you ain't a fan of the Eagles or the Chiefs, it's just something that, it's gonna be cool to watch. You feel me? Cause then, like I said, the doors that's now gonna be open, that previously was shut. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe guys is gonna say, all right, maybe we could go in this direction. You know what I'm saying? Now the quarterback doesn't really have a type. You know what I'm saying? It just has a guy that, you know, either he wins or he loses. You feel me? And these two dudes on the screen, man, they both winners. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a win-win if you a fan. And so, the icing on the cake is, yeah, they both representing, what I'm saying, black quarterbacks. And so, I'm even more intrigued by the matchup. So, yeah, can't wait to watch. And yeah, that's all my thoughts on it. All right, thanks for listening.